This is Prophecy. 8th March 2025.
We are going to see floods. I'm talking about here, not here at the grounds, but in this nation. It's going to be floods. And you thought that Kenya had it, and it has a message to it. But when I saw what I saw about it, that was last week. When I saw what I saw about it, because it affected the grounds as well. So I started, saying, should we plead with God to come in another way? But that's what is going to happen. I don't know why I'm saying that's what is going to happen while I want to cancel it. But if you think that what you're seeing here, multiply it by more than 20, and then you will know. I know you have known, but you will know. But then, according to what I was seeing, there were days when even here, because the whole place was flooded, was affected. So then I went and said, no, but should we leave these things to be? But then the thing is, it had a message to it as well. And I was not going to speak it, but now God has timed me, We want to pray for this nation. Hallelujah. This nation is on our heart. And by the way, lest this nation gets proud, we want to pray for Kenya, Tanzania, and other nations as well, because there are remnants all over the world. But we're talking about Uganda today. We want to pray for Uganda. We want to put it in the hands of God, And there's nowhere else in this nation where the hand of God is as evident as here. Nowhere else. Hallelujah. We do not talk words here. And so when that happens, we're going to set out to do that, because we want to recover it. This stuff going to happen. We want to make sure that this nation is blessed, and want to avoid certain things. And I'm even not talking about things that come out of what? Of people and human. I'm talking about certain things that are, out of, nature and stuff like that, which I know because I've seen them. Hallelujah. But when we set ourselves at that, and we know the nation is going to heal, we'll cover it, we will bless it, and I know all will be well. We do not want to be here, and then the stories you're hearing about Uganda are bad and negative. We don't want that, because we are a remnant in this land. We're the remnant of God in this land. There's no way we are going to talk about prosperity, advancing, and what, and then everywhere else is not going well. Hallelujah. So we are agents of the blessing here. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. And so we are going to pray, we're going to bless them, we're going to cover them, and it will be well. But for those that have not faith, just prepare. Hallelujah.
18 days later, in a stunning fulfillment of prophecy, national and international media was swept with reports of an unexpected intense amount of heavy flooding following a massive downpour in Kampala, Uganda, that led to traffic disruption, extensive destruction of property, and even loss of lives.
At around 5:15 in the morning, the skies opened for what many would imagine was to reduce the dust, suffusing the entire city. The rains intensified, causing flooding on most of the roads. Around Kitgum House Lights on Ginger Road, the floods were unforgiving. The northern bypass, which goes through a wetland, was equally flooded and nearly impassable. On Entebbe Road, the newly commissioned Queensway flyover was no exception. In Namasuba along the slope, a section of the road was cut off by floods. Some cars got stuck, and owners could only count losses in repairs. Pedestrians were seen clutching to the road barriers for safety.
On this side, you see how it looks like. All thing is down.
We are reporting deaths, number one. We're reporting flooding, which directly affects our infrastructure. For starters, what does this represent?
I want to assert without any fear of contradiction that this is negligence. Somebody is sleeping on their duty.
We are going to see floods. I'm talking about here, in this nation. It's going to be floods. And you thought that Kenya had it, and it has a message to it. We want to pray for this nation. Hallelujah. This nation is on our heart. We want to pray for Uganda. We want to put it in the hands of God.
The prophecy spoke of floods in the nation of Uganda, which would rival Kenya's torrent of unprecedented floods. And in a stunning fulfillment of prophecy, various parts of the nation of Uganda, including the capital city Kampala, experienced a massive series of flooding which left hundreds of travelers stranded, loss of lives including people drowning, and a sweep of widespread destruction to property, businesses, and homes. Prophet Elvis Mbonye has unceasingly illustrated that the blessing and the unction of God's love, power, and soundness is actually even more available now than ever for those who will acknowledge the supreme power of God upon his foremost prophet of our age. And we submit our lives, reverence, and the highest exaltation of double honor to a selfless beacon of God's manifest latter glory in the entire earth, Prophet Elvis Mbonye.